G'day and welcome to Aussievision. I'm Dale and I am joined today by one of our amazing contributors, Justin from Hawaii. How are you, Justin?
I'm doing all right. It is a big difference in time between the two of us, but I'm glad I'm able to contribute as much as I can.
We love having you as part of the team and representing the Asia Pacific area. It's fantastic. It's not just Australia over this side of the world. Now, let's talk about the UK. That's what we're here to do today. We're going to talk about the public and the jury appeal of this song. But before we get into that, they're the host entry this year. Let's have a quick chat about Mae Muller and her song, her entry, I Wrote a Song. Justin, do you think they've done the right idea going internal and picking this entry again?
Yeah, I think it's the right choice, especially in the direction that they went. Coming from Sam Ryder last year, it's a great directional shift that, usually host entries go a little bit slower than they did the year before. And so, yeah, great to go with a banger.
No, I agree. I think going internal again, going with a banger is totally the right idea. So they're bringing it at the moment, UK. But what did the Aussievision team think about the entry? Now, the Aussievision team rated each song out of 10 based on how we thought the public would go for it and how we thought the jury would go for it. Now, the score for the UK for the public vote is 7.88 out of 10, which is actually fifth place overall. So maybe not a high rating, but a high ranking. What do you think of that score?
I think that sounds about right. I'm pretty sure I gave it an 8 or a 9. It is the last song of the contest. It is going to be performed 26. So I think it's going to stick in people's minds. It's easily catchy, without it being annoying as well. So I think people will pick up the phone for it.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of goodwill to the UK. I think this is a banger of a song. And if they can get it all right on the night, then I think this could have a really good public vote for May and for the UK. But I do think, there's a couple of those ones that are ranked higher than the fifth are definitely some of the other sort of female kind of bangery songs all around there. So I think she has a bit of competition as well.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I think there are other entries that are being more well received, but at the same time, that's within the Eurovision circle. I wonder how it's going to translate with the locals as well, as we like to call them.
Yeah, exactly. It's very hard sometimes to guess how the public's going to go, but I think this has all the ingredients of a song that can do well. But I think it just depends how they smash it out on the staging. I'm not a big fan of them going 26s. I mean, it's just the luck of the draw. I wouldn't want to be closing the show, but it has done okay in the past. But we'll see how it goes all up. But they can certainly definitely get a good public score, and the Aussievision team agrees. So I was a bit surprised it was only 7.88, and that was all right at fifth place. I think maybe we're rating very harsh out of 10, right?
That is, yeah, it seems low for fifth place. I
Yeah.
wonder above it, and I wonder how we've rated the rest of it as well, come to think of it.
Well, I'll have to wait and see for the other videos coming out. So let's go on to the jury appeal of the song. Now, UK did win the jury last year with a very different song. So how have the Aussievision team rated this time? They've given the UK for the jury score a 7.25, which is equal 10th overall. What do you feel about that?
I think that's kind of low, actually. The version that I think they're going to use, which is the video version, it's still radio friendly. It's an accessible sort of structure. It's an accessible structure that they can use, that juries will pick up on almost immediately. And I think Mae's vocals will be okay that night. And if they stage it correctly, I'm pretty sure he's going to do a little bit better than 10th with the juries.
Yeah, interesting. Like, it's very hard, I think, again, with this type of song, because if you smash out a song that's kind of very radio friendly and does well, the juries too tend to go for it. But then also those kind of songs can be quite almost simple as well. Like, I think, it is a pretty simple chorus, but if it's done great, it can do amazing with the jury. Let's look at Slow Mo last year, for example. But if it's kind of just a little bit too simple and they don't absolutely smash it, then it could get punished by the juries quite a bit. So I can kind of see why maybe it's like it's still top 10 in the jury, but I do see why people put the public vote appeal higher, which is a bit unusual for the UK, right?
That is quite strange that we went with the public, weighing the public a little bit higher than the jury. But yeah, definitely, it's going to be a matter of whether or not her vocals are correct on that night.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's any song that has a lot of movement and dance with a vocal. It's always a bit tricky with whoever artist it is. So hopefully they can smash it on the night. So look, we've got a fifth place with the public. We've got a 10th place with the jury, which I guess would probably give them a kind of mid to lower part of the top 10 if that was the actual case itself. Now, do you think that's kind of about? Do you have any predictions about where you think this might end up overall?
I think that'll be around where it'll end up. I think anywhere in the top 10 would be a great result for the UK, especially as a host entry.
Mm.
But I don't see it finishing on the right side of the scoreboard. So anywhere on the left side, but above the top 10 would probably be a great result and the right result.
I think this song is good enough to be that left-hand side of the scoreboard. I agree. I think the UK would look at it as not a great success if they go right-hand side, but ultimately she has to just go and bring it. Sometimes the other songs that you're up against can impact points, but this has all the ingredients to get a great result for the UK, a very solid one, and keep building that trajectory, which is going up now for them. So, which is fantastic.
I think the podcast mentioned this is their Anouk moment, especially last year with Sam Ryder. So I think we're going on an upward trend, and hopefully we'll see an actual win from the UK within this decade.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. I think it might be coming for sure. All right. Well, look, that is the wrap up of our public and jury appeal ratings and rankings from the Aussievision team. Let us know if you agree. Remember, it's the whole team. It's not Justin and myself picking these ones. So you can bring either the love or the hate to the whole team in the comments. So thanks so much, Justin, for your time. And we'll catch you all next time. See you later.